Hello, hello. Welcome to another live edition of TMI Tuesday. I am your host, Tonk 7. Thank you for being here tonight. Let me look at the comments to see. I just got on. I've been so busy. I don't even know who's in here yet. And we already got a whole bunch of people in here. What up, everybody? Joe Rich, Joe Featherline, Jay, what's up, everybody? So we got a good show tonight. I think I got a few good topics. I got 3 good topics to go over. We might have some other topics brought in by some of our other hosts. But happy to be here tonight. Hope you like the backdrops, the same as it's been the past couple episodes. And welcome to Tuesday. So where are we going? Where are we starting with? Who's in here with me?
What's going on?
Shake money.
We got
Go Gators.
Of course,
tonight? Oh,
Color, and then of course my man Crypto, the other half of the currency connection.
Josh Allen is the next Phil Mickelson. So
yeah, he's been golfing a little bit.
What the heck is that? So like legendary or anyways?
No, like the next golfer, the next great golfer. Something you can do later in life when his elbow.
I live close to the Seattle airport, and that thing still went over my head.
Yeah, it was a joke from another show. I forgot
from this morning.
Back. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here.
That was from what we had with pancakes. All right, so yeah,
I got the banners. Hold on, I'll get to our first topic.
Wasn't the best weekend for the Florida Gators, but who did we play?
We won. We won 38. We beat Vanderbilt 38-14.
Did I miss that game?
Yeah,
I missed that game.
You're thinking about last weekend, which I don't want to remember.
Oh, Saturday. I was doing music stuff. That's why I missed the game.
Okay.
But I'm doing a lot of stuff with music now, so it's getting crazy out here. All right, so what we got up first? Yes, that's the date. So literally just copied and pasted what I sent him in the email. It's great. It's perfect. Like I think it's honestly.
No, bro. I literally thought you had something to say about today, like pivotal because of what's going on overseas, bro. I literally thought it was one of your topics. I'm sorry.
No apology necessary. Today,
earlier when you said you had three topics, I'm like, wait a minute, he had 4. What happened?
I'd be like, what is this dude talking about?
Yeah, I put 4 in there, 10, 10, 23. I thought that was one of the topics.
It's the topic of Tuesday, I guess. So I was just looking up some sports news. So I think what I'm going to try to do is when I'm watching football, because there's like plays and things that happen during the game that I don't remember, but I think I'm going to start writing them down because there's just a lot of cool stuff that happens if you watch the games, especially on Red Zone. You see a lot of action. If anyone ever has watched Red Zone, it's a really good station to watch football on. I watch it after. If like the Dolphins and Bucks play at the same time, then I'll be watching Red Zone after that game, or if they play it, whatever. But if the Dolphins or the Bucks aren't playing, then I'm watching Red Zone. And it's pretty cool. But so I was looking up some just sports news, and I saw that the Olympics are looking to add to the types of sports that they have in the Olympics. So the IP, what is it? The OTA.
It's gonna be in California, from what I hear.
Okay, so oh no, that's the World Cup. So the next 3 World Cup is gonna be the worst one is there's gonna be one in the United States, one in Canada, and one in Mexico. And yes, we are getting the Olympics too. But yes, flag football is one of them. Yeah. Flag football, cricket, softball, lacrosse, squash. I don't know what squash is.
What about Spoonpool?
What?
Spoonpool.
What the heck is that?
You never heard of spoonpool?
I don't know if I want to. And I think that's great. I mean, especially flag football. I think that them reaching out to that sport specifically, that type of football specifically, is really good because it'll increase the attention brought to flag football. And I think it's a good way to start getting football more world accepted as a means to promote the sport itself. So I was really happy to hear about that.
It gives a chance for the Englanders to play football.
To have a chance.
And what about rugby? Don't they? Is rugby an Olympic sport?
I want to say yeah. I don't know if it is.
Interestingly enough, I don't believe it is.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it, but that's surprising, honestly.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Because I mean, that's a very popular sport, and baseball.
Yeah,
and they're proposing to put
given
baseball.
how international baseball is, yeah. I think. Wait a minute, baseball might be an Olympic sport.
No, so hold on. I
don't know if it is, but they did have it once or twice. I don't know if it still is, but I do remember Olympic baseball, just like boxing.
Well, they have the World Baseball Classic,
right? But I'm pretty sure they also have Olympic baseball.
So, okay, so the 2020
did at one time, like a couple of them. I don't know if it's a regular thing, but I know I've seen Olympic baseball.
Yeah, they have basketball. If they have basketball, they should have baseball.
Well, they're gonna in 2028. They're gonna have baseball and football. So baseball, football, flag football.
Maybe it's something they tried out a couple times, and that's all it was. You know,
cricket, lacrosse, and squash.
You know, what'd be really cool is life-size Jenga.
You mean like the little 2x4 pieces of Jenga?
Yeah, that you have to like pull out in the whole without toppling the whole tower.
You know what we should have? Rock, paper, scissors.
There you go. Olympic rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
That would be dope.
Or Connect Four?
I don't know. Connect Four, who? Nah. That's kind of a boring game.
Now,
you like
Olympic poker would be pretty cool, considering how international poker is.
Olympic poker. That's not. Yeah, but that's not really.
Bro, it really is a sport of endurance. I'm not joking around, man.
That's a game more than it is a sport.
When you're talking about one of those mega tournaments like the World Series of Poker, it's a matter of endurance, bro, to sit there and fold for 3 days. You know what I mean?
What about Olympic NASCAR?
No, nothing. No, nothing with mechanical. No. I mean, well, they do the thing where like you drive on the snowmobile and you do the bow and arrow and do that stuff, but like not racing. No, that's not. No.
Well, the Asians can't drive anyway, so it don't matter.
like there's. Let's just say some countries don't allow everybody to have driver's licenses.
Can you think of any good sports that are a good idea that haven't necessarily been thought of for the Olympics? Do you have any ideas, Tonk? I mean, like anything we hadn't thought of?
I think tag would be cool. Dodgeball would be cool. Dodgeball definitely.
Yeah, I can see dodgeball. Yeah.
I think tag or
capture the flag.
Manhunt, which is just like basically hide and go seek, but the middle school kids edition.
With real bullets?
No. You got to touch the person.
That would be the American professional version.
Have they considered badminton?
Badminton is an Olympic sport.
Is that with the little tennis racket thing?
With the little birdie, yeah. With a little rubber ball with a plastic cone, yeah.
I think
what's the
paddleboard?
Kickball,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought badminton was. What about croquet?
No.
Crocheting? Like
Correct.
those
They
little
would have to
ladies?
do it on a golf.
Okay.
They would have to. I mean, well, you could just do it on a golf course.
If
'cause,
they
like,
can have curling as an Olympic
They
sport,
could have croquet.
Yeah,
I got you,
seriously.
Crypto. I'm right with you on that,
Yeah,
Crypto. It
seriously.
can't be any worse than curling.
exactly.
Who even thought of that? Like, who, like, just the art of it, and like how you have to scrub the thing while it, like, who thought of that?
exactly.
People were so
It was
bored,
some
man.
deep dive in
It
apparel.
seems to me. It seems to me that it's like a really advanced version of shuffleboard. If you think about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like and to have it on ice.
But
you
like,
know?
Right.
so how friction works is something rough rubbing on something rough stops it from moving.
Right. Right.
Like,
So are they
are they
roughing up
polishing-
the ice,
Are they
they
must
roughing
be
it up,
polishing
or are
the
they
ice.
smoothing it? They're polishing it.
I think
Okay.
they're
Okay.
polishing it to make it move to a certain amount. I guess.
Right,
See, I thought
because
they were
polishing
trying to
it
get-
will help.
See, I thought they were trying to get it to slow down to go into the circle with by roughing
Well, see,
up
that's
the
what I
ice.
mean. Are they? Yeah, are
Right.
they trying to stop it or keep it going? Because
So they scuffing the ice then.
no
think so.
rubber.
They're
Look,
not smoothing
nothing
it,
with
they
rubber
smooth it,
bullet.
it's no
No
resistance.
bullet.
Wait a minute. Maybe they're polishing it on the way down, and they flip it over and scuff on when it gets near, and they got to slow it down. Maybe
Right,
they
I'm
do
saying
both.
they gotta scuff it yeah, right. At some point they gotta create fiction. That's a scuff.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Look, how about surfing?
Yeah, but you can't. That's
yeah, surfing
Gino.
was added, I think.
You can't have surfing in Chicago.
Right.
I mean, maybe you
and
could,
not
but
only that,
like
but
you
surfing
can't
as
have.
a sport is
Yeah,
so
you
subjective
can't have surfing
too.
in
I mean,
Switzerland.
if a guy doesn't get a wave, he loses. It ain't even his fault.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
like-
mean?
plus-
It's like,
Plus, the
Right.
best surfing
It's gotta
is in
be in
areas that
Hawaii,
have.
though.
I
If
don't
the
know.
Olympics were in Hawaii, surfing definitely has to be
I'm-
included.
I'm just trying to figure out how does somebody get like this big ass ball, right? All right, now I want to see which one you could throw it the furthest and make it a sport.
oh, shot put.
putting?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's one
Who
of
could
the
throw that big
originals.
ball, heavy metal. That's the original, yeah.
That's
That's
an
one of those
that's an
going back to
original one.
Greece.
Just taking something and
Yeah, that
throwing
goes
it as
back
far
to
as
the
you
Greek
can.
times. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or how about the one where you have to jump over a stick or something with the stick poke with the
Pole vault.
Pole vault?
Yeah, pole vault.
or
Yeah.
either that or the
Those
high
are all
jump.
classic.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are all classic Olympic events. The pole vault.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, I remember
The
this
20-foot
one dude
pole
did the
vault.
pole vaulting, and the thing ended up hitting him in his crotch.
That probably happens a lot.
Oh, that's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. I might actually go to those
Especially if
Olympics
the
in
pole
2028.
Right?
I might
The
go
guy's
to one.
too heavy for the pole.
Tonk,
That's
the
gotta be
international
painful.
man of sports, man, heading to the Olympics for us, bro. That'd be cool.
And maybe try to
Boots
get
on the
maybe
ground,
try to
baby.
go to
Boots on the
imagine
ground.
going, dude,
Yeah.
Olympic basketball game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And watch two countries you can't pronounce play.
Right. Uzbekistan.
I can pronounce any
Jeez,
country.
where is it going to be? What is it going to be in LA? Yeah, LA.
I think it's going to be in Djibouti, which is the capital of Djibouti.
Mm-hmm.
Olympics in Los Angeles.
Makes you wonder, why don't they ever have the Olympics in Djibouti? I think the climate's conducive to the Olympics.
I think they should introduce cockroach racing as an Olympic sport.
Oh well.
You can hold that in Florida.
Just gather up all your cockroaches and
Well, if
line
you
'em
use
up and race
American
'em.
cockroaches, you can probably put a saddle on them and ride them like a horse. You know, have like
Right.
polo, cockroach polo,
right.
especially
Oh,
the ones
yeah.
from Lake Worth, man.
Roach
Some
polo.
big
I don't
suckers
have.
out there,
Tonk
man.
knows what I'm talking about. You've seen some of them roaches you could saddle up and polo.
I used to watch the blue herons hunt for them at night. They'd be running across the street.
Nice.
The blue herons hunt all night long. The herons walk in the streets and hunt for the
Wow.
cockroaches.
Just eating the palmetto bugs, huh?
Yeah, the palmetto
Those some
ones.
vicious bugs,
They're
man.
called palmetto bugs if you don't want nobody to know you got a roach problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
I mean, well, they are
palmetto bugs
actually
in the
that.
crib.
Yeah, they are palmetto bugs. They do come in.
Yeah,
once
driving
in,
in
a while
LA
from the
should be
palmetto bushes,
it
yeah.
should be in the Olympics.
But is the German cockroach a German palmetto roach?
I'm not really sure, bro.
No,
they're
it's
pretty
Germany.
similar.
It doesn't go away.
They're pretty similar, though.
Yeah, because German cockroaches are the smaller versions of their water bug
Those
cousins.
dude, you'll even
La
have those out.
cucaracha.
All right. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look to go to an Olympic sport match. Because I think they're gonna have, don't they for the basketball, like the games to like the prerequisite games, they're held in different will be held in different states. And same for soccer. When we have the World Cup here, they're gonna have games all over the country for qualifying.
Right. That's what they did the last time.
And they're definitely going to be, I mean, probably, especially for the Olympics.
They'll likely be one at Hard Rock.
Yeah, definitely going to be having some out here too. I'm excited for that. That's going to be awesome. All right, so what we got next? This one is this one's a little so let me get to it real quick because I was looking at a couple stories of this.
Before you do that, I was just thinking about, can you imagine, because you know the Netherlands, they have tall people, like 7 feet tall. Can you imagine flag football getting a guy from the Netherlands that's 7'7"? How the hell are you supposed to cover that guy?
You mean like if he's a wide receiver or something?
Yeah. How the hell you just gotta do like this.
Just staying in the end zone.
Exactly, with his hands up.
I mean, why don't we have that already?
Because the guy's gonna get his guts taken out by a person.
Hey, Tonk, I got an Olympic sport for you. I don't know if they have it, but frisbee could be added.
Disc golf.
You mean like that?
Oh yeah, disc golf.
Regular frisbee.
Yeah, but frisbee, or do you mean like disc golf?
No, disc golf. Yeah, like they got in Colorado.
They have they have that. That's huge out here.
Yeah,
that's huge. In the disc, they're like this big.
Right.
No, that's
They do it in the Rockies. They do it in the Rockies too,
good. Because you know they got professional frisbee.
Yeah, but that might be different than disc golf. But how do you play frisbee? You just throw it to each other?
No, you can set it up in like a game of football, I guess. Like a 3-on-3, you know? But you just throwing the frisbee instead of a football.
And do you tackle each other?
I'd be more like tag. Yeah, it'd be more like tag. You tag the guy.
I know if
you shove him so he can't catch.
Imagine that thing busting you in the face.
Yep, and it's no holds barred. You can pass interference. You can do whatever.
You're allowed to shove him to make him drop the frisbee.
Yep. No pass interference in frisbee.
What about Marco Polo?
Maybe then Dak Prescott can have a chance.
Well, I think they can have it because they got
Marco Polo.
They got
right after they do the water polo, they can have Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
Marco.
Tanya Harding.
Well, if they could sit up there and freaking dress up and get on horses.
Oh, Shake, are you like on YouTube also?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I saw your comment.
He said, Raphael. Yeah, because Raphael asked me to take a leg or a knee. You want to touch on like Tanya Harding?
Yeah, Tanya Harding get attacked.
Why?
He probably made more money off of that than the woman who won.
I'll tell you. That Tanya, I don't know how much mileage she got out of that attack.
Shake and I were probably watching the Olympics when that happened, man.
Yeah.
Remember when it happened, bro? They just had Kerrigan sitting there. What? Wow.
I remember that too, but like,
Yep.
I wasn't watching. I just
Yeah, that was
remember
crazy.
hearing about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think that
were
was
probably
the first
still in
time
your
in my
toddler.
life
You were
I
probably a
realized
toddler when that happened.
What was
that
that
was
like?
that was the first time in my life I realized that all the rules we were taught in school, when you become adults, they go right out the window, and everybody just does whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
was that, like
Like
92,
that was the first
93?
time. That was
Yeah,
the first
92.
time I witnessed something that was like straight out of a movie, but it was real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Hey.
was crazy.
See, back in my day, when an athlete took a knee, they actually took a knee.
Actually took a knee.
I mean, there was the TWA hijacking that lasted all summer and back in like '85.
Yeah, that occupied a lot of press.
All right, U.S. tennis now. We
Yep.
got U.S. tennis here.
Yeah,
We're talking
so U.S. tennis is accused of downplaying sexual abuse and trying to silence Pam Shriver. So Pam Shriver sued them some time ago. So it was Stevie Gould who sued U.S. Tennis Association in 2020 over its failure to protect young players in California from a sexual predator, who now is serving prison sentence of 255 years.
Wow.
And so what is happening now is Pam Shriver is accusing the U.S. Tennis Association of trying to cover up situations that were related to 2020, and then she's saying that their top lawyer, has tried contacting her and tried finding ways to silence her, to keep her from talking. And so let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think nobody was allowed to talk at tennis anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know about. I don't know if you remember.
Opens his mouth all the time.
The only one. Remember Anna Kournikova? Man, was she beautiful? Was she a good looker?
Yeah.
Well,
Anna Kournikova.
so
you know that what's his name made a video with her. They was dating Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still dating or not, but yeah, they were at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've seen this multiple times in sports now where children are, victimized. And I mean, they're exploited. Children are exploited a lot. Fortunately, I think social media has helped with that because news gets around differently than it used to before.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of harder to keep stuff like this covered up. But, it's just like, you can't just protect the shield. You have to do what's right. And we're all, none of us are perfect. But when it comes to children, there's just, you just can't, it can't be tolerated. Someone to serve a 255-year prison sentence, you had to do a lot of bad stuff. And if you're doing that bad stuff, you weren't doing it alone. People knew about it, like Jerry Sandusky. So,
right.
It's just the more.
What happens when you have all that money involved, bro? It's too much incentive for people to look the other way. You know what I mean?
I know, but
it's amateur sports.
It's only going to be a matter of time before it's going to come out. I mean,
I know. I'm saying it's amateur sports. It really shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? Because these kids can't. It's not like they're professional adults. They can't protect themselves. You know what I mean? But with all the money involved, with the people that are, that are tasked with protecting them, there's so much money involved that nobody wants the system to collapse.
Yeah.
So everybody just looks the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say You know, they say money can't buy happiness, but it can buy silence. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So Gould, the 23-year-old from California.
Now, fortunately, the guy was caught. Yeah, Tonk. I'm sorry.
The University of San Francisco reached a lucrative settlement with U.S. Tennis in 2021 over its failure to protect him and other players from Burgos, was that predator. And a coach known for training working-class immigrant children at half the cost of other top coaches. So,
precisely the type of children who come from desperate families who are more willing to look the other way. Exactly. That's prey, man. That's prey.
And it's
bro.
like, so like,
the dude deserves every single year he got, bro.
As sports enthusiasts, like, how do people? Because I don't watch tennis enough. I don't pay tennis even remotely enough to tennis for me to have an impact. Like if I, what is it called? If I, what is it called? Where you stop going to something? Not protested, but
boycotted.
Boycotting. Yeah.
You know, like me boycotting tennis is not going to do anything because I don't go to tennis. But things like this, you know, we need like. We can't just rely on a couple people to make stuff happen. We need to stand together. And anything that has to do with children, I don't play with. I knew a long time ago about freaking how I just didn't feel right ever about Boy Scouts. When I was growing up and I heard friends going to Boy Scouts and stuff, I was just like, I don't know, man. I just don't trust it. And then all that crap comes out about Boy Scouts. And it's just I try to protect children as much as I can. That's why I wear this. This is for violence in schools and such. You know, whenever I'm around my little cousins or my cousins' children, or my nieces and nephews, you know, I try to tell them about, you know, making sure that they tell their parents everything, and if something happens to them, to make sure they report it. You know, how to be safe and how to identify things, and just try to be someone that, you know, they can look up to and trust, because they trust the wrong people and stuff like this happens. But fortunately, we have people that stand up against it and try to make a change. But you know, U.S. Tennis talking about trying to hush, that comes from the top.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is there's a statistic that most of the kids that get molested is usually by somebody they know. Right.
And it's likely that kid has been convinced that if they told anybody that it's their fault, and they'll be shamed for it. You know what I mean? And the kid's got to know it's nothing they did wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, same goes for me. Like when I stayed,
the kid is feeling shamed to tell anybody because he thinks that he's going to be, you know, that he did something or he or she did something wrong. You know what I mean?
When I stayed, when I visited Florida, I stayed with some extended family. My cousin, the mother of my cousin's children. And they had cameras in the living room. They had cameras all over the place. And I was like, good. Like
the teddy bears.
Especially at night, regardless of who's staying here, we should, like, it should be that way. Nowadays, how cheap cameras are, how easy
it should be, but it's sad that it has to be that way.
Let's do it. And I showed her there was a camera I bought on Amazon. I'll show it right now.
Oh yeah, they got them already sewn into teddy bears and whatever else, man.
Yeah, exactly. But this brand, so I bought this camera right here. It came with a solar panel. Oh, here we go. So when I hung up this camera and it works great, but the company said that if you leave a good review on their page and prove that you did that, they send you a camera for free.
All right.
So I got a second camera out of it. The brand is called FOAOOD. Faood. And
Yeah, send me the link. I'll do a review here on the Finn's Tailgate.
I paid like I think like $40 for the first one, and then the second one was free. So I paid $40 for 2 badass cameras, motion sensor, and I downloaded the app. Where I could see what's going on all the time. So it's like, you know, this stuff is there, and just we got to protect children. We have to protect children.
Yes.
They're the future.
Yeah, you can sew. They got cameras. They got cameras you can sew into your infant's clothing now.
And it's just, it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know how you can live with yourself. Like I would like to try to silence somebody over this. It's like you're like, you deserve to go to hell. Like straight up. So if I have any tennis fans out there, if you want to boycott, I have no problem with it. But you know, we can't protect the shield. Actually, I just got an alert for a motion outside my door. Because it's windy. But yeah, so tough subject to talk about, but
yes, I understand.
But I know a lot of people who have kids, and I do anything I can to make sure kids are safe. I've always been that way. So, lighter news. All right, guys, who's the best? Who's the best right now?
We just beat them, the New York Giants.
Has to be the 49ers.
That would be something.
I think it's the Niners.
Right now, it's the Niners, ratings wise and everything.
I think it's Niners.
Going into week 6, there will be them.
Eagles, and then Dolphins and Kansas City are kind of tied.
Right.
But
correct.
What is that, December 2nd or early December when the Eagles and the Niners are going to – because, I mean, dude, if Brock Purdy wouldn't have got injured last season, I think the Niners would have won the Super Bowl. They're just – like, that team
I don't know
is
about
just,
that. I have to disagree with you on
you don't
they
think
handle them pretty well. But the people forget the Eagles is the part of the equation that put him out in the first place. Their defense was pressuring him all night long. It wasn't just because of the injury. They was forcing him into bad mistakes. So the Eagles were the reason why he wasn't playing in that game.
Why do I keep seeing TFTG Cowboys? Who's doing that?
Not me.
Who's doing what? I don't see nothing.
Look at the comments. This
I
is
have
the
mine.
Tailgate channel. Oh, is that someone else? Is that a new troller?
No, that's El Capitan.
Oh no!
Why does he keep saying that?
It's saying TFTG Cowboys because it's not, it can't render the emoji, so it's just telling you what the emoji code is.
Okay, those are. I'm like, why does he keep? I thought somebody was. I'm like, why do you keep typing that?
Yeah. StreamYard doesn't render the emojis for some reason.
All right, well, stop. And plus, what is the Cowboys like? Are you saying they're the? Are you like? Was that a joke saying they're the best? Because they're definitely, dude. The Cowboys, since this was a couple years ago that stat was posted, but I think it was 2020. So I think it's still.
Oh
the
man!
Same,
somebody added the Cowboys emoji in for the a new Dallas Cowboys star. So somebody's posting Cowboys and Dolphins emojis in the chat.
Why?
I don't know.
You can see it from you can see it. On,
that's I know who that is. That's HB. He's the Cowboys fan, right?
Oh no, I thought he was a Minnesota fan.
What? He's not a Cowboys fan. I've never heard him ever say the Cowboys. I mean, I never really heard HB talk about sports in general.
Maybe he put it in there.
But he might be Minnesota, but that's where he lives now.
I remember. I've had conversations with El Cap. He was telling me he was a Cowboys fan. So
what? didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe because his family might be, but it sucks to be a Cowboys fan right now. It really does.
Okay, yeah. See, look.
Zippas?
Which is HB.
How many nicknames are we going to have for the same person? Why are you calling him Zippas? Who the hell is...
He has his own channel. It's called Zipp Media.
Media is the channel he does his stuff on for graphic art.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So his YouTube handle is Zipp Media.
Cap, I don't know, dude. I've been over. I never seen HB talked about sports ever, dude. Even when I
thought he said he was a Minnesota fan, but
when
maybe
we were hanging out in Royal Forest, I never heard him say "Go Cowboys." And this was like in the '90s when
Did you say when you were hanging out on Sherwood Forest?
Royal Forest off Forest Hill and Kirk.
Oh, okay,
right there behind Palm Springs Elementary.
Yeah, I know where you're talking. Yep.
Yeah, that's where Cap used to live. So I was over there all the time.
I went to Palm Springs Elementary till 6th grade.
Yeah, it used to be Jeff Davis.
No. Oh, you're talking about what's now called Palm Springs Middle School.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I thought you said elementary.
Because it used to be.
Jefferson Davis Middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's funny. I guess I never knew that, but yeah, I definitely figured I would have remembered, but I never saw him talk about sports. Like, cause Cap and I, we were collecting cards. We were looking up how much the cards were worth. Like, we were super into football. Mark Brunell days, you know what I mean? Right. So like it's kind of, it's why we're still in it. But yeah, I mean, this season of football is really interesting. It's especially with how terrible the Broncos are. I was watching, I think it was on the Red Zone, like they had a fumble. I was like, man, the Broncos suck so bad. And they gave Nathaniel Hackett the game ball because they beat the Broncos. Yeah, A-Chain. Man, that sucks, man. So that's a second player of ours that's out now. Because we had, what's his name? We had a player that was out during the Bronco game, and now A-Chain is out. I'm talking to myself here, people.
No, I'm looking. I'm sorry, my bad. I was looking at the thumbnail that HB did for my Friday show. Nice.
Yeah, he lives. Yeah, I remember when he moved up north. I remember one time. So this was in 2010.
Waddle was the only one out.
Yeah, is he still out now?
No, I'm talking about the Broncos game.
Right. But now A-Chain is out.
Yeah.
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 Do you know Travis Kelce? He has that ankle injury. Are they playing on AstroTurf at that field? Because since Ollie and I did that Broken Takes on AstroTurf, I've been paying a lot more attention to the field for NFL games than I have before. And I'm looking to see like if it's low body injuries, if it's on AstroTurf or not, or whatever fake ass turf that they use. Shit's pissing me off, dude. Because
I do know, Tonk, that the Swifties are on y'all's side now because they're a little upset about the turf.
because look,
hurting their girl's boyfriend. You know what I mean?
So obviously they're doing it because it's a sustainable practice, as in they don't have to dig up dirt. They can just roll it up, roll it out. It's good for events. I understand that. But sustainability has 3 pillars: people, planet, profit. People first, because we're the ones that make it happen. Planet, because without this planet, it's not going to happen. Profit, because it takes the first 2 things are the most important before profit. So
that sounds like some. Never mind. Go ahead, Tom.
What? I'm an environmental scientist. Is what I do.
I know. It's a really good. That's a good.
It's called the triple bottom line. So yes, it might be cheaper to have this turf, but if your players are injured because of it, that's not sustainable.
Right.
So are you going to pay more money for contracts for players who aren't paying? Playing and paying for the MRI and the surgeries, because I don't know what kind of insurance they have for professional athletes, but it's probably expensive. And that's not sustainable. So colleges, just if we got to build more stadiums, I don't know, but we can't be losing our players because of freaking turf. But I wanted to tell a story about HB. So,
do tell.
Mm-hmm.
we were at like a bonfire. Where were we at? We were at like a bonfire, and I was jumping over the fire with a piece. I used a stick to like jump over the fire, like a pole vault or whatever.
Yeah.
And HB goes to do it or something, and he like falls in the fire, and he like burnt up his foot real bad. And he like sent us a picture the next day. I think that was the last time I saw him. That's why that memory is fresh, because that was a long time ago. But I haven't seen him since then, because he moved right after that. He moved up north. But still good vibes.
He moved up north with the bonfires can't hurt you.
It was AstroTurf Bonfire. That's why he hurt his ankle.
Where you got a pile of snow to shove your foot in if something like that happens.
Yeah, that's crazy to move all the way up there from Florida. I moved to Seattle, but I don't have to deal with snow like that. I couldn't do it. It's too much.
I'm telling you, bro. I had 11 years of it in Missouri, and that was enough for me.
Yeah, it's I
was done after the 8th winter.
the cloudiness and the rain it can be challenging, but it's not as bad as 10 feet of snow. Oh, that's what you were doing. You were walking across it. Was that? Did I inspire you to do that by jumping across it? It rolled.
Oh, that's HB on the Finn's tailgate controls. You're saying tonight? That's not okay.
I remember one time I was we were out in Loxahatchee somewhere, and this kid, it was real late at night. Like, all the adults were inside. We were sleeping outside in tents, and this kid was there, and he had a gallon jug of gasoline. And he walks over to the fire and he pours it like this. And so the fire blows up, right? And he screams and he starts running with the gas. And so now he's got a line of fire following him. He's running around the yard, and the fire is following him because the gasoline is running at the same time. And it melted a whole bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh, man. It's great. But shout out to HB for all the stuff he's done for the Fins Tailgate with all
for sure.
All the graphics and the website and all the stuff he's done. And he's really cool. He actually designed my tattoo. I don't have shorts on, or I'll show it. I'll show it next time. I wanted to have an A and a 1 for my grandpa. And so I just was telling people about it. And then he sent me back a drawing, and it was the 1 inside of the A. Like, you know how an A has a little triangle inside of it?
Mm-hmm.
An uppercase A. He put the 1 inside of there, and I was like, what? And boom, I got that as a tattoo.
Hey, so Tonk, let me rattle off your top 5 teams in your opinion. Top 5 NFC, AFC. Munch them in together.
Niners, Eagles, Kansas City, Dolphins, and Seahawks. What you got?
I would say I would go with that list. The only thing is, let me see. Yeah, I would go with that list. The only thing is, I'll for the fifth team, I'll probably put
Texans.
Not Texans. What's the other team? No.
The Lions.
Yes, there you go. The Lions.
Yeah, that's
I would say Buffalo, but you know me, it's fuck Buffalo.
Yeah, I'd go 49ers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Eagles, Lions, Bills.
I like that list better, Color.
I'm only
putting the Bills last because because of the injuries, they just suffered. There's just no way they can sustain their winning with that many key guys going, man.
Yeah, I would put the Bucs at like 9 or 10. They only have 1 loss, but it's to one of the best teams, so that's fine. But I mean, and even Mike McDaniel said, through 4 games or 5 games, he said he wanted to be 4-1. So I really like what McDaniels has done.
By the way, the Shake, I don't know if you could pull it up real quick, but the new NFL Power rankings for this week are out.
Where do I find them at?
Honestly, as far as like their offense, the Dolphins remind me of the 2008 Gators. Like straight up.
It should be one of the latest news articles on NFL.com because it came out today.
Okay, and I'll pull it up now. Hold on. They
usually do it as a news article, so it's probably like 4 or 5 news articles back.
The Shake Money Power Index.
Yeah, it's going to be the NFL Power Rankings, but I think we're sitting at number 4 now, behind the Eagles, Chiefs, and Niners.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm starting to get more and more confidence. Just like their speed is my confidence for the Dolphins comes from their speed.
I could agree with that.
I think it's made a huge
difference. Because if we get any one of our guys in open field with the ball, it's all she wrote, man.
Yeah, they're gone, dude. It's like and if they get a good angle or a couple steps ahead of a defender, gone.
They just eat up so much yardage so quick, bro. It's ridiculous.
No.
All right, here we go. Number 1 is San Francisco. 2 is Eagles. 3 is Kansas City. 4 is Dolphins. 5 is Lions. 6 is Buffalo. 7. Dallas is 8.
Dude, Dallas at 8? Are you freaking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, dude. They're like 20th. They're 20th.
I know, right?
They suck. No way.
It takes a while for the big dogs to start really getting down. You know what I mean? even if they're looking bad.
The Browns at number 12. Get the.
But look, the Eagles are 5-0, but they're the worst 5-0 that's been in the. You know what I mean? Like their projections aren't even as high as everybody else's. But you know, whoever writes this article is just putting them there because you have to put the 2 5-0 teams 1 and 2. You know, just because most people would agree that
they were just in the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of those teams in the top 5 can beat the Eagles easily. My opinion, you know.
That's going to be one hell of an NFC championship, I'll tell you that.
I think a lot of these teams in the top 10 can beat the Eagles.
The Broncos.
Damn, I haven't seen the Patriots this low in a long time.
I know, dude. Isn't that crazy?
How low are they?
His 2 worst losses ever as a
29.
Wow, 29.
It's the last 2 weeks. But look, he's had 3 defeats. He's had 3 coordinators.
Our opponent.
The Jets.
Mac Jones.
Carolina Panthers.
Oh, Carolina is 32nd, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, Mac Jones, God. All 3 seasons has had a different offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's true. But
he's had the worst one last year.
To be fair, he's had a couple good ones, man. Josh McDaniels and
but they're not there anymore.
No, O'Brien's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't believe in Mac. I think that they're done there with him. Like that whole thing is over with. They're talking about Belichick being on the hot seat, which is funny to say, but
I mean, but things come to an end. I mean, it's just the way it goes in sports.
Right.
It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much success you had. That can never be taken away. You can't ever say he's not one of the greatest head coaches ever, but it doesn't mean that you're still able to do the same job as you did before. It's just the way it goes.
All I know is Don Shula's last year in the NFL, he made the playoffs.
Yeah. It's crazy to watch, and then how bad the Jets are too, and how bad the Broncos are.
Well, I was holding out for Mac because I figured, whatever, give it time. But the dude just does nothing for them. Like, what does he really bring?
They scored 3 points in 2 games.
Elevates anything,
Damn, 3 points in 2 games. That's crazy. That's nothing on him. Can't even get the ball to the end zone to get to the 30 or 20-yard line to get a field goal. It's got to be hurtful.
I mean, Brady already had like 2 Super Bowls by this point.
I know. He did. He did. And they're on their way to the 3rd in like another season. He had 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
in a time when it was much harder, for that to do something like that.
Yeah, before the Tuck rule.
Yeah.
All right, well,
we're on to the last topic, a cause for cleats.
You got a cause today?
I didn't look one up.
Cause today? I just left it in. Yeah, I just left that one in there, Shake, because it's kind of a standard one, so I didn't know if Tonk had one tonight or not.
I didn't look it up.
No.
Did you look one up, Shake?
Cause for cleats? All right, sure, I'll look one up.
Yep, there's a special page for it.
I'm considering going to the UW game this weekend because they're playing Oregon. If UW wins that game again, they're going to storm the field, and I want to do that. Have you ever seen that in person when a college does that?
No.
I was there.
I've never been to a college game.
I was there last season when they beat Michigan State and they stormed the field. It's crazy. But that's gonna be a crazy ass game. I'm so excited for it. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. I'm still debating. Because like tickets to beat, I don't know how. I would have to, I guess, get down to the lower level before the game ends. Because they just jump over the wall. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never been to a college game. Getting tickets to a college game is like signing up for I don't know, like one of those book signings or something, man. It's like, where do you do it at?
Go to Vivid Seats.
Right.
You can, yeah.
I guess nowadays I just haven't tried it a long time.
You could probably get a ticket to a Hurricanes game for $20.
Right.
And just take the train down there. It probably stops right off at, because they play, don't they play where the Dolphins play?
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
Yeah. Currently.
Yeah, and I was looking up college basketball for UW.
Okay.
Dude, almost every game is on a Tuesday at noon. I'm like, what?
All right. I found one. This one is Patrick Mahomes, and which is a good. I seen Denzel Washington back this cause. It is the Boys and Girls Club.
Who's the player?
Patrick Mahomes. His cause of case for the Boys and Girls Club. I seen Denzel Washington also promote this a few times. Denzel Washington and I believe Alonzo Mourning. So the Boys and Girls Club is a great. I've seen it. I've seen many commercials, especially when I was living in Miami. You know, it's a great place for like you were talking about the kids just now. You know, not to get into any gang activity and any trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's a place where people can, if you know, there's a lot of single parents that can't afford daycare, and this is a great place for them to not only learn good values, but you know you're in a kind of a safe space. You know, with the you activities, basketball, sports, and things like that. So the boys, I've never heard any really bad things about the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, neither have I. They have a lot of those in Florida.
Mm-hmm. And that's awesome. How they shaped a lot of athletes over the years as well.
Treat load of kids.
Yeah.
Dude,
what is up with this? Why can't we see the emoji?
Much safer than U.S. tenants, apparently.
Yeah. Wow. But
so those are our emojis that they're using?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I haven't seen what they look like. Yeah, everybody hit like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, share the page, subscribe, listen to us. TFTG, TMI, every Tuesday. How you been doing calling the game, Shake?
I've been good. I ain't called last week because it's Vanderbilt. Last game I did call. It was my most viewed game was the game we lost because everybody wanted to troll me. So
yeah, that was against Kentucky.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't care if they troll me. Just hit the like button. That's all I ask. I could take it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The game.
Oh man, I had this one Tennessee fan. He was. I had to time him out, not because he was trolling me, but he was freaking spamming the what you asked. I'm like, dude, is that all you could say? Really?
It's always someone we beat that talks the most smack, you know.
I know. And there was another one who was trolling me. He was a Gamecock fan.
Oh, we played them this weekend.
Yeah.
And they haven't been to a conference championship since 2010.
Oh, and actually, the nerve of this guy saying, "Oh, you guys only you guys won your first championship in '97." I'm like, you guys won your first championship in the 1930s, bro. The fuck?
Who said that?
The Tennessee guy.
Not even Peyton Manning could beat the Gators.
No, Eli did though. Unfortunately.
Oh, okay, yeah. Matthew Stafford couldn't.
Nope. Oh yeah, Tennessee. Come on, man. We've been dog whipping them the last few years. They haven't had a back-to-back win against Florida in a long time.
Yeah,
I thought that was I thought that was funny though. Like I said, I was offended as a former troll because I was a troll. I'm like, damn, this guy has no creativity. All he doing is spamming the chat. I'm like, damn, can you be at least be a little creative? If you're gonna be a troll, at least put some work.
Yeah,
Like Scummy, Rogers Cadell's Burner, those even AB, those guys are funny at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would get that when I would play Halo. If I was really dominating on a game, they would just be like, "Oh, go bang your mom" or something like that. I'm like,
Sorry, Shake. AB is a good troll, but he is by far the furthest thing from funny.
Oh, sometimes he can be funny.
I mean, I'll give him a credit for being a good troll, he has been a lot less. He has been a lot less personal with me over the last year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I also limit how much I see him because I have him personally blocked on YouTube.
Yeah.
But StreamYard still shows me his comments. Mm-hmm. So when I'm doing a show, I still see him. But that's it.
But we all know the King Troll is Scummy, hands down.
Oh yeah. Well, Scummy is just a good comedian.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, too, Tonk, Scummy is a Gator fan. Just FYI.
Oh well, I take back every good thing I ever said about him.
He actually said he went to Florida, so
nice.
Have we cut Scummy yet?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start calling him Mr. Clean instead of Scummy.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's still. It's funny because he'll still ask to this day. He'll just pop in a "Have we cut to it yet?" question.
Or you know what's funny is, or like for instance, me and you will be talking, Tonk, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like, you know what? I agree with that, Tonk. We should cut to it. Like, it has nothing to do with the conversation. I'm like, what the? Or he'll be like, you know what? Tonk makes a good point. We should cut to
it. Right. Or hey, Color, I like the coffee you're drinking too. So we should cut to
it. Yeah. He's like, speaking of almond milk, we should definitely cut to it.
Yeah. William Perry, yeah.
After we drink this cup of coffee, we should cut to it.
Mm-hmm. I'll take decaf.
Mm-hmm. We'll be talking about cleats. Oh man, I love calls for cleats. Have we cut to it yet? Oh man.
So didn't you guys go to the game? Did you? Some of you all went to a game?
Yeah, we went to a game. Me, Ali, Crypto, and Rabbit Dolphin, Mr. Lewis. Yep.
Now Scummy would be more like my cause for cleat is cutting to it.
That's cool. That's crazy. We're all brought together because of this.
Oh yeah.
I bet we would have never known each other.
Oh yeah, trust me. When I first,
the crazy thing, Tonk, is how y'all grew up like right around where I did, bro. I've been around here all my life, dude. Like this whole area. I went to Palm Springs Elementary, went to Lake Worth High School.
You went to Lake Worth High School?
I went to Lantana Middle for a year. I went to Christa McAuliffe Middle in my last year of middle school. Yeah, I've been all over the place around here, man.
Yeah, man. When I remember when I first started watching the Friends Tailgate. One of the reasons I started watching you is because of this.
Yeah, I remember seeing you in the comments, like when we started going. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy.
There you go, there you go, Tonk.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, my 20-year reunion is next summer. It's going to be crazy.
So that would put you at 2003 then.
Mm-hmm.
Class of 03?
Yeah.
Tonk?
And my 30 year anniversary is in my 30th reunion is in 4 years.
I was there in 91 to 95.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice because where I was in life compared to where I'll be is a lot different since 10 years ago. I mean, of course, 20 years ago in high school, we were pretty much all the same, but I was still in college in 2014. So
What's up, Nene?
it'd definitely be a lot better. I'm excited for that might even be the next time in Florida, actually. It's just for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I might come before that. We'll see. It depends on things with my grandfather.
See, I'm contemplating calling the South Carolina game, but they're trash too.
Well, I mean, honestly, I would want to call a game that we have a good chance of winning.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like the Georgia game, that's going to be tough. And don't we? I think we play Alabama this season.
No, we got our here's the remaining schedule. We got South Carolina. After that is Georgia, Arkansas, LSU, Missouri, and then Florida State.
LSU, yeah.
And Missouri ain't no pushover either.
Well, Shake, I'll be with you on Florida State and Missouri. I'll be with
Okay.
the
Yeah, that's
Gator
cool.
train.
Eccentric Dolphins fan, Liz. Dan Marino was Dan Marino there?
Yeah, I can't stand Mizzou. Shake.
No, Missouri. I mean, yeah, that's right because you're in Missouri, right? You lived in.
I was, yeah.
Why don't you like
During-
Missouri?
I don't know, just because I was a fish out of water and it wasn't my favorite college to watch, you know what I mean? And I'm a Hurricanes fan, so it was like, yeah, Mizzou. And since they lost the Rams, the only football they talk there is Mizzou, so it kind of just got
Yeah, I remember when they got into the SEC. What was that, like 2010?
That's right when I was there, bro. That's why they were big news when I was there, and they wouldn't, they wouldn't shut up about them.
You were there
It was
when
right
they
when-
had what's you were there when they
Drew
had
Lock.
what's his name?
Drew Lock.
No, the player who came out. What's the guy's name?
Oh, Michael Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who else was there? Was that guy that got catfished? What was his name? I forget.
No, he was.
Manti Te'o.
He played for Notre Dame.
Oh, did he? I thought he was from Mizzou. Oh, okay, gotcha.
He got
Yeah, but right after they entered the SEC is like the next year.
Yeah,
to,
no, it was
Drew
around
Lock.
the same time. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that
Drew Lock was their quarterback, like right before I left there.
Manti Te'o. I used to do a thing, be like me and Bay. Manti.
Hey, I mean, the guy is
been-
popular and he's well known for getting catfish, which people might think is embarrassing, right? But what about Jeffrey Toobin?
I don't know who that is.
That's the guy that got caught on a Zoom meeting, freaking wanking it, bro. Imagine that, bro. Like that went worldwide. Everybody in the world saw that shit, bro. Like you'll forever be known as the guy that got caught by the whole world.
Damn, man, that's bad. That's bad right there.
Yeah, and his last name is Toobin, Toobin, right? So I started a running joke.
I don't know how you're gonna live that. I learned about that. I never made any mistakes.
Well, I started a running joke on it back then. Tonk, in the chats I would visit in YouTube. I'd tell people, "Oh, hey man, I'm sorry I was late. I was down at the lake tubing."
When I was in college, we started doing like I had internet courses, but we would have remote education. So the teacher would be on Zoom. It was called WebEx.
Right.
And I could share my screen. I could have a camera on me. So I learned about like the dangers of that and realizing that you're on camera. I didn't make any mistakes because I always knew to turn my camera off. But yeah,
right.
COVID, yeah, man, COVID.
No, I don't remember why he didn't turn his camera off. I guess he said something about he thought he turned it off or something, or I don't remember what it was.
Did he how far along did he get before they like?
I think I don't remember how he said he made the mistake,
how far did he get?
All the way, bro. Like all the way. And all you see is like the expressions of all the people in the Zoom chat, bro. Like
nobody said "Hey, dude, we can see you." Did they wait?
I think they were trying, if I remember correctly.
They were also waiting for the climax. There was a lady who went and was using the bathroom. Like you could see her get up and walk all the way over there.
Well, don't forget, Tonk. He was a news contributor for like ABC or somebody. This was a pre-show meeting, like a showrunner meeting. You know what I mean, for their next show.
This just in. No, there was this one lady who got up and went and sat on the toilet. Like you could see her get up and walk all the way over there and start using the bathroom.
All I know is if you want your camera off, tips from an expert IT engineer. Okay, you want your camera off, unplug the damn thing from the USB port.
So this camera I have is a camera that gets plugged into my computer. But my computer camera, whenever I'm working, I put this over it.
Right.
So I'll and the only time I take it off,
a piece of electrical tape folded up works good for a little door. And
no, I do, because that way, all times.
They actually, like Shake's got one built in. Likely, I think they build them in now on the laptops.
Same here. I have a little.
Yeah, Asus started that. And they actually they also sell the little tape-on doors you can buy for that. You can slide a little trap door across it. That is the only true off on your freaking camera.
Listen, if they want to see me walk around naked, they can go for it.
Look, you could even disable it. Right. Oh, nice. You can even disable it in your BIOS and electrically, and they still can turn that thing on if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's why I just put a cover over it, like it can stay on all at once. You're not going to catch me. If I'm ever on camera in the bathroom.
Wow, he went all the way into at least 6th gear with that spin, bro. Dang. Did y'all hear that?
Who?
Oh, this guy was burning his tires, doing a burnout in the road nearby. And it lasted like 10 seconds. But yeah, I mean, the only way to you turn your camera off is to cover that.
Yeah, did y'all see my picture that I posted in the chat with Bubba Sparks? Did y'all see this picture?
I don't know. Did I? Did you see it, Shake? It's in the text. It's in the group text.
Bubba Sparks. Bubba Sparks, right?
Yeah. So I'm getting into.
It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly, right?
Yeah, I'm getting into tour management.
Nice.
I know his tour manager. That's why I was there.
There you go.
And then here is this group from Miami. They're called Mayday.
So you like act as their local concierge and stuff like that too,
I'm
right?
You tell the club owners, may they perform in your club?
Well, so we have places we can choose. We have to pay. So there's like a couple different charges. There's the plate. There's the facility. There's the artist, and then maybe DJs and security and stuff like that. But I've gotten myself into it just because I go to so many concerts and so many events that I just started meeting a lot of people. So that's how I'm getting into it. But I met Bubba Sparks' tour manager a year ago through DJ Paul of 3-6 Mafia, and me and him just became friends. And so that's why I was at that show. But at the same time, I'm also getting into artist management, tour management. So I'm hoping by maybe next year I might even go on tour with artists. Mayday. And when I was hanging out with them, I forgot to tell them that I grew up in Florida. But they're dope. They're really, really good. They're really good live too, and they were really cool to hang out with in person. So I'll definitely support them. Like if they come back around here again, I'm definitely gonna try to either book them or see them. But they were pretty good. They're like kind of like Linkin Park. There's only 3 of them, and the one guy who does like the instruments, the percussions and stuff, he was pretty cool. He was playing freaking drums with just his fingers, and he put tape around his fingers. So he was hitting the drums and shit, like the metal drums and shit. And then they got 2 rappers in the group. But and UBI was with them. He was from Cess Crew. But yeah, it was dope. Because I was on stage with Bubba Sparks during his show, and it was dope. It was really dope. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of that stuff here. It's like with everything I got going on now, like I don't really have very much time for anything. Sports, music, and my career in environmental science.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm full, baby.
That's how I am. I'm here. I'm on the Finn's Tailgate. I'm on Larry K's channel. I'm calling the Gators, going to Dolphin games. And my wine too. I've been
you make wine?
No, I study wine. I actually took a WSET 2 exam and I passed that with flying colors. Now I'm studying for next year, which is a lot harder because you actually gotta try wine, and what you gotta do is they're gonna give you 3 different types of wines, and you gotta tell them what wine you think it is.
And so but are you trying to make wine, or is that why you're getting
No, I'm not trying to make wine. I'm trying to, like, for instance, when I retire,
like have a winery.
No, I have a winery, but like work in a steak restaurant and help, make menus and shit like that with wine, help food pair with wine and shit.
Oh, okay.
And work at a restaurant. Hey, what wine do you recommend with this steak? Or what wine do you recommend with this chicken? What wine would you recommend with this? That's what I want to do.
Oh,
I even do. I did a show. I haven't had time to do it, but I try to do like wine videos. A food pairing wine. I did one with.
You should.
I did one. My last one was. Check this out. It's prosecco and pineapple juice, and I paired that with fried chicken. It is the best. You should try that one day.
You should look into wine that's gluten free and causes less headache.
Well, that's wine that what happens is a lot of times is this there's 2 reasons for that. Number 1, the sulfite, if it has a lot of sulfites, and number 2, if it's sweet, because it's the sugar that causes that.
That's why rum tends to give people headaches.
Mm-hmm. So like for instance, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnays, those really don't cause too much headaches. Like because they don't have
Blanc. What?
I went to a wine tasting before. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Sauvignon Blanc?
And the Gewürztraminer. Don't forget the Gewürztraminer. I'm sure you know.
I want it gluten-free, non-alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And
give me the snap.
it's called
That's all I
Welch's
want
grape.
is the snap.
It's called seltzer water.
It's called Welch's grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
Welch's grape juice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And by the way, I learned not too long ago. I mean, well, when I first started, that Welch's grape and wine grape are two different species of grapes.
Right.
Well, that's good to
The
know.
wine grape is a Vitis,
Wine grapes are like this big.
It's called Vitis vinifera is the wine grape, and the American grape, which is the Concord, your blackberry, those are Vitis labrusco.
Concord. It's pronounced Concord.
Concord, yeah. Concord grapes, yeah. Concord is a big one.
Yeah, that's all I drink is like 100% grape juice. I water the hell out of it because there's so much sugar in it.
Hey, have you tried them Welch's grape sparklers, man? They're pretty good. It's like it's like a carbonated white grape juice, you know?
Yeah. No, I haven't, but I know what you're talking about. All right, so if that's it, then yeah, so I'm gonna try for next episode. So this is what I'm saying for moving forward with the show. So if we're gonna do like commercials for TFTG, I'd like to break it up like during to like different parts of the show instead of doing it all like at the beginning, which sometimes we do.
Right on.
You know what I mean?
Like you're like you're finishing up a topic and you just kind of transition right in, like
yeah.
You know, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, when you're drinking a cup of coffee, you wanna this or that. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Because for me, if a show starts out and then it has commercials right away, I don't want to watch the show. So we can have, and then I'd like to actually, we'll talk about PAP with this because I don't know if it's going to do any type of. So I want to promote sustainable brands, but I think I could do it so where we don't actually talk about the brand name, but just the material, like bar shampoo and bar conditioner. There's a bunch of different brands that make it, but I just want to promote that type of product because the sustainability side behind it. So maybe next episode or moving forward, we could have, stuff for TFTG and then stuff for sustainability. And hopefully everybody will like it because the stuff that I want to show on here is really, really cool stuff. And it's badass. And like, I choose it for multiple reasons. I choose it because it's sustainable and it's healthy. A lot of the products I use are a lot healthier. So, because I don't usually ever do anything for one reason. I usually have multiple reasons why I do stuff. It's just made my life better. So yeah. So hopefully our fans will like it too.
For sure. I might try to do that tomorrow. What you said about I'll do one, I'll do the breakdown and then we'll throw in little things here and there.
Yeah. That way you don't have too much at the beginning and people are kind of settled in before you do it. And, they might listen a little bit more if you already have their attention with topics and stuff like that. So, and I was thinking of saying that before we go on, but who cares? Like it's, like, I'm not saying nothing that can't be said on air or whatever. And it's not, I'm not upset about anything or anything like that. So, cause it might help all of us, but cause I mean, I want to see how far we can make this go. Like we have fans, we got people who follow us. We're all willing to work together and stuff. And I really like this. I like sports and I like topics and thank you for everybody that's in the comments tonight. Didi, SCLA, Raphael, Amicus. Let's see, Liz Eccentric, Jay, Crazy Dolphin, Joe Wrist. Let's see, Kari P, MR Torres, Mr. Torres. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for supporting us. I try to have good topics. I try to talk about things that can help, can help in life, and bring education to sports. And I think that's why Cap wanted me to be part of this too. I think I think we got a good thing going on here. We got a good team, and I'm really thankful. So, if you want to show the commercial for our website for the people watching.
I don't even see it on here.
Oh, okay. Well, next time.
I got
you got to switch over to the TFTG brand for it.
All right, hold on. I'll do that now.
There you go.
We haven't uploaded it to your brand yet, Tonk, for some reason.
Okay, well, here we go. Here it is.
But since HB's
Get ready to dive into a new role of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate.
Yeah, there we go.
Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion
We're going to get some Tonk 7 stuff in there soon.
With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor.
Pretty dope stuff. I got a hat
too. Shop for all things Tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze.
Thank you, HB.
With frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else.
This is all HB doing this.
So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things Tailgate.
Oh, Rafael, you're in Arizona.
Here comes the blow up. Here comes the blow up. Here comes the blow up.
Look at all that stuff, man. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's some dope stuff right there, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially the cooking folk apron.
Oh, yeah.
That's some cool stuff. And I should have paid more attention. There was a dude that was on here a couple weeks ago that was going to the UW game the same day as me. I forgot who it was. I had no idea we had viewers all the way out here. And then Amicus, Raphael says she's in, I don't know if that's a male or female.
DTA's in your town, bro.
That's him?
No, King DTA is in your town.
Oh, okay. Who's this?
That's
Lewis.
Oh, okay.
That's the apron, cooking folk apron.
Oh, he bought that on the website.
No, that's but it's his inspiration too. He's the one that always talking about cooking folk when he brings.
Oh, okay.
Tape.
But
when he's debating somebody.
But I mean, yeah, the fact that
real quick, Tonk, just to catch you up, cooking folk is basically winning a debate. Like when you're winning a debate, you're cooking folk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And by the way, I don't know if KP is still listening, but KP and I have a bet going. If Christian Wilkins gets 10 or more sacks, I have to get my shirt, right? I have to get my shirt, Shake Money shirt, in Hurricane colors. But if he doesn't get 10 sacks, he has to get his logo shirt in Gator colors.
Nice. So, okay. Who does Christian Wilkins play for?
The Dolphins.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Right now, he's at 5 games in, he's at 1.5.
Oh, okay. Who is that person a fan of?
Don't look like he'll make it. 1.5 from 5.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a raging debate about whether Christian Wilkins is going to finally pick up a same level of sacks as the people that make the money he's asking for.
Oh, there he is, right here. Oh man, are you ready to get? Are you ready to get fitted for that blue and orange shirt, KP?
Well,
so KP,
Tonk.
Well,
hold on.
What's good?
Let me address the guy. This is Tonk's show. Tonk, I love the show, man. Big support to everything you're doing. And we're team members here. I do host a fantasy football show on Saturday, so big respect to you. But the only reason I hadn't called up to now, and Shake will confirm this, is precisely because of that ugly blue and orange flag you got under my beautiful Dolphins flag there, Tonk. I can't stand.
Tell him, KP.
Yeah, that Gators rag there
KP,
is just like
KP. Turn up.
So it is what it is.
Hey, listen. You should have taken a knee on that bet, just like the Kane should have taken the knee. But hey, that's
I have to cringe every time I work with these two, KP. Like, ugh.
It's beautiful.
Oh man, and look at that, two
beautiful.
blue. Yeah, man,
It's beautiful. Hold
it's
on a
just
second.
two. And then you got Shake,
That
and then you
blue is
got
terrible.
Tonk. Y'all are just making the show ugly,
and
You
man.
want to talk
Everything
about
else is great.
poisoning the
Tonk,
wells?
Everything
Blue
else is
and
great
orange.
about your show, bro. I love, the variety of topics, man. The sustainability is real cool too, man. Want to support you on that, But man, we gotta do something about this ugly blue and orange stuff, man.
Well, when
And you know what,
Wilkins gets
Shake?
those 10, when
Exactly,
Wilkins gets
KP.
those 10 sacks, we will.
Listen,
Right.
the
You know what, Shake?
Jets
You
and
know what
orange,
pains me
green
more than anything?
orange. What's
I
that?
don't mind the Gators, so I don't mind you being a Gators fan. I don't even mind the fact that you hate my team, even though I don't hate yours. That's fine too.
I don't like
What
the mine.
really
I hate
pains
the
me,
Hurricanes.
what
No.
pains me more than anything, Shake, is when you say you'd rather be a Bills fan than a Canes fan. That's what really pains me, bro.
Ooh.
I'm
That's a
like,
bridge too
I
far,
can't,
dude.
man. It makes me
Woo!
want to go jump
Wow.
off a cliff whenever I hear you say
Damn,
that.
see, that
No,
was
listen.
That's brutal.
I don't take that personal, because I was just taking a shot at Lakers all day.
now.
Oh, I know. It just pains me to hear. You know
Now,
what I mean? It's like,
I could go with that with
That's
maybe
definitely
for
makes the
saying
ears
the
sore.
Knowles over, but I
no way could
I don't know.
I could never root for the Seminoles ever. But I think I would
Yeah,
still
the
root for the
Seminoles are just as
Seminoles before
bad.
the Buffalo Bills. Just saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's between them and the Bills.
I mean,
Hell,
if
I
it's
root for the
between them
Jets
and the
over the
Bills,
freaking
I'm
Seminoles.
grabbing a tomahawk and I'm singing. You know
No,
what
I don't
mean?
like the Tomahawks. I would root for the Jets than I root for the freaking Seminoles. I'll tell you that much.
And you know what? You know what, Color? Whenever here's the thing. You can ask my boy Joe next time you see him. Because of you, I've toned down the Canes trashing talk. So just so you know, I toned it down. I toned it down.
See, I don't even mind it because I get it, and obviously we haven't proven ourselves enough to change anything. So it is what it is. But
And
the
anti-Cane
Bills,
hatred is just
rooting for the
par for the
Bills
course.
over the Canes, bro. Oh God, that's just terrible. That's like the line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put his face on the little that meme you sent in the chat where I said, why is Cap dressed that way? We need to put Shake Money in that picture.
Mm.
No.
There you go.
His new digs, like Stefan.
Oh yeah. But all I know is it's gonna be it's an extra large, right, for your blue and orange shirt.
Who are you talking to? Me or Tonk?
You have blue and orange shirt, and see where
But Kiki, hold on.
Hey Tonk, you see where it says K, like where the K goes like this?
Yeah, in his symbol.
Yeah, I'm gonna put gator teeth on them.
So, Kiki, who are you a fan of? So the bet is about the Dolphins, but why are you betting that they're not going to have that he's not going to have 10 tackles?
No, he's gonna. He said. Go ahead.
I'm the guy who's for 10 sacks. I'm rooting for him to have 10 sacks, and that I don't know. Initially, I saw that the scheme change would benefit him, playing more inside, being more of a penetrative defensive tackle. Right, and that's what I was hoping for, and I think we're seeing glimpses of that. He is a disruptor from inside, and I felt he was a bit restricted in that 3-4 as an end to more, run support, taking on blockers, freeing up the linebackers under, Flores' old scheme. So with the scheme change, I felt like Wilkins' production as a pass rusher would go up. I'm kind of down on the numbers he's put forward thus far. I'd like him to be in the neighborhood of 3 or 4 sacks by now, but we'll see. There's still 12 games left. So, we'll be rooting for him to get those numbers. I know he needs a big flurry. He needs a big flurry in a game coming up.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, KP, we don't play the Giants in the next 12 games.
The only big flurry that Wilkins is getting is at McDonald's with his number 1 or number 3.
yeah, looks like it.
And not at night either, because they don't have ice cream at night.
Yeah. But no, that's where that whole thing came from, man.
He could be streaky. All he needs is 2 sacks in 5 games to get there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still possible. That's why I haven't given up hope.
You said 10 sacks.
Yeah.
Right. But
Well,
I mean,
he's
it's
got one and a
doable.
half.
He could go on a streak. He could just be a real streaky guy and get like 5 games in a row where he has 2 sacks, and that's it. You know?
Hey, I tell you what, if I wouldn't mind that, because at the end of the day, if he does get 2 in a row, I mean, that means.
I mean, I'm reaching for you, KP. I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Like I said, that will depend on how many practice squad centers that we playing against coming up.
Yeah. Well, and you're right, Crypto. We missed a huge opportunity this weekend against the Giants.
Right.
Hey, Jay in the chat said that person's gonna start a depression channel for sports fans. I was like, all right, well, you should get Ohio State fans to get behind that.
Well, I tell you what, we need to have is a game between Ohio State and Georgia Tech for the right to see who robs Miami the most.
Does Miami play Ohio State?
Well, we robbed ourselves with that dumbass decision from
I get it, Kahari, but it's plain as day the guy's elbow was on the ground with a ball in his possession.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, with the fumble. But
when the evidence is that clear, I can't fall back on don't leave it in the ref's hands, because you leave it in the ref's hands. Well, they had a picture plain as day seeing the guy had possession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why should we worry when the evidence is that clear about leaving it in the ref's hands? They should just make the right freaking decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You put it in the ref's hands, and they put it, you know where.
I get it, but regardless, we made an incorrect decision by not kneeling, and then the refs compounded that by an obvious incorrect decision.
Oh, I wanted to bring some attention. So there's a Saints player that has it's a cancer, and he just played and he scored a touchdown. He has lymphoma, I think. No, what is the blood cancer?
Leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
That's the blood cancer.
And he
leukemia.
And he played and he scored a touchdown on Sunday. That's crazy, man. Like, just thoughts and prayers for him and what he's going through, and to be able to come and play football while you have cancer, that's amazing. So
now,
I love sports, man. They leave it athletes, they leave it all on the field. They come out, they give their hardest, they leave it all on the field. And I think that's why it brings people together so much, because we see how much heart goes into these, the sports and winning and team, and he wanted to be there for his team. So, shout outs to that. I forgot who it is. Well,
James Conner, the running back for Arizona, he famously overcame cancer earlier on in his career, and has established a pretty solid space for himself in the NFL now.
That's crazy.
James Conner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing, though, KP, is
right?
I wanted to just clear up real quick. I don't think it should have ever been close enough for a referee to decide it in the first place. We should have been up by 40 points. So
all right. Well, there's your first episode of Depressing Show of Sports.
Yeah, and hey, if I'm totally honest, I do not follow college football as much as I did in the past. Honestly,
I used to be a Saturday junkie.
Yeah.
If you gotta have the time. You gotta have the time for it. Yeah, exactly. And every time you start to, your favorite team loses one game and the whole season's over. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
if you don't even have a chance to win a championship, there's no point in watching it.
Oh wow! Look at this. So Caitlin Clark,
by having that rule.
Listen to this. Caitlin Clark, female basketball player, is the Iowa basketball player, first collegiate athlete to sign an NIL deal with State Farm Insurance Agency. Interesting.
Yeah. She's pretty good too, man.
But
is she like a good neighbor?
Aaron Rodgers, Chris Paul. Oh, the first college athlete.
Right. Remember, she was the girl involved in that controversy at the last NCAA girls championship, where the girl from LSU, Reese, was called out for making some gesture towards Clark as they beat them in the final. And there was a whole bunch of talk about the double standards and stuff like that, because it had been a hand sign that Clark had used throughout the season. It was something that Clark did that Reese was responding to and basically aping her, or, copying her move. And then Reese got called out for poor sportsmanship when it really was Clark who had been doing this the whole season. And but yes, that same Caitlin Clark, and she's a baller. She's a baller.
I remember her. I remember watching her last season because I went to the women's Sweet 16 here in Seattle. Iowa wasn't there, but it was just easier to pay attention to those games when you go to them. That's really cool. I'm just looking at sports news stuff right here.
Tonk, do you watch the axe throwing competitions on ESPN too, bro?
No, I'll sometimes watch the cornhole.
That's probably going to be an Olympic sport color.
Right. I mean, it's
cornhole.
I was quasi joking though, Tonk, because number one, it seems like you just love every single sport. Which nothing wrong with that. That's a quality, you know what I mean? But what I mean though is also putting the joking aside, you probably would enjoy the axe throwing competition. It's actually pretty cool.
I would definitely have fun playing that game.
Can you actually
dudes
throw
like
axe?
in a bar throwing an axe at a piece of wood, man, and like.
Can you actually throw an axe while an apple is sitting on top of somebody's head?
And you remember who the greatest axe thrower is of all time? You remember who the greatest axe thrower is?
HB.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon, that's right.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Right, Joe
Mixon. Shake and I have an inside joke about the name Joe Mixon. You know how I always talk about football names and what's not a football name and what's in a name, And Shake added to that and said, not only is Joe Mixon a good football name, but Joe Mixon could be a good name for any athlete in any sport. So we started listing all of the sports that Joe Mixon,
that was
good. We even got to curling, Olympic curlist Joe Mixon.
Archer, Joe Mixon.
Perfect name.
NASCAR driver, Joe Mixon.
Cross country skier, Joe Mixon.
Ex-sprinter, Joe Mixon.
Perfect sports name.
Bartender.
Lumberjack, Joe Mixon.
Bartender,
look at
Joe
this,
Mixon.
dude. Freaking Barry Melrose. He's the NHL correspondent for ESPN. He has Parkinson's disease.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
He's probably going to be
Michael J.
replaced
Fox
by
had?
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon is his replacement.
Joe Mixon. Right.
Legendary sports announcer Joe Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with Kenny Mixon.
Not to be confused with the axe throwing.
Joe Mixon.
The axe throwing champion, Joe Mixon.
No relation to Kenny Mixon, LSU defensive end.
Champion chess player, Joe Mixon.
Special guest DJ, Joe Mixon. On the ones and twos.
Next president of the United States, Joe Mixon from the state of.
Have you seen that video of Frank Caliendo?
It would be Joseph Mixon.
That's Joseph Mixon, right.
The pogo stick jumper, Joe Mixon.
Have you seen that YouTube video of Frank Caliendo where he's playing all those characters and they're talking about he's like, Richard Sherman, man. And he's playing John Gruden. He has like the big ring on. He's like Richard Sherman, man.
Wow. Champion pole dancer, Joe Mixon.
First man on the moon, Joe Mixon. Sixth member of the band Mayday, Joe Mixon. From Kendall, Florida.
Miami's Mario Cristobal on coaching blunder and lost. I made the wrong call. He should have called color. He should have called color for that one.
What's that, man?
Mario Cristobal on coaching blunder and loss. I made the wrong call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
He
man.
could have listened to his offensive coordinator, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Right.
And listen, I'm gonna call my lawyer, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, there it is.
His booster.
Y'all heard who too his new agent is, right?
Joe Mixon.
Right.
He's in the chat right now.
Leading officiator, Joe Mixon.
Yeah. Hey, the latest athletic trainer that wants to fight TD, Joe Mixon.
That's a good one.
Did you guys watch the game last night? I didn't get to watch it.
No, I had
I
my
watched some of
stand-in
it.
watching it for me.
I started
Mixon?
watching it, and Ben started watching me.
His
You know
name
what I
is
mean?
Joe Mixon.
Right.
Yeah, at least Jordan Love played the whole game. I believe he wasn't replaced by his backup, Joe Mixon.
No.
Right. Right.
But he was sacked a lot by Joe Mixon.
There it is.
Yeah, he definitely was.
All right. Well,
No more Joe Mixon jokes.
that's all I got for tonight. But thank you, everyone, and let me shout out some more people that were in the chat. We got
Is Joe
Kyle,
Mixon in there?
I was
Duke,
gonna say, don't forget to shout out Joe Mixon.
Brian's Brains, Crazy Dolphin, Carla. Look at all these people that are
Brian's
subscribers.
Brains,
Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
Carla, Amicus, Crazy Dolphin. Thank you all. KP, thank you for your
Hey, no doubt, man.
yeah. This is great. And
This has
it's
been-
nice having
this
y'all in here with me too. It makes a difference.
This has been the latest episode of Tonk TMI Tuesdays on the Fitness Tailgate.
Hey,
Produced-
Color, I just figured out
executive
Amicus's
producer
real
Joe
name.
Mixon.
You know, Amicus tries to, play go incognito, right? But he just uncovered his real name in South Carolina, Joe Mixon
Joe
from
Mixon.
Shadyville Lane, South Carolina. We now know who you are, Amicus. You've been revealed.
Like your gender. But anyway.
Photographer Joe Mixon.
Uh-huh.
Screenwriter Joe Mixon.
And don't forget special guest Joe Mixon.
Directed by Joe Mixon.
Man, Joe Mixon.
This has been a Joe Mixon production.
He's mixing it all over the place.
All right, so
with that being said, all right, let me know. I got the finger on the trigger. So we out.
easy, everybody. See you next Tuesday.
Alrighty, Tonk. Thanks, man.
All right, talk.